For them being in their first year and playing this long, they've never played this many games before. Every season that they've ever played is over by now. This is sort of where they get tested a little bit, the mental part. But after this year, you've been through it, and you start to understand how long a baseball season is. It's sort of a marathon race rather than a sprint, and you start getting used to managing time, and you just realize that this is always going to be as long as I play baseball, this is always going to be a part of the game. It's not the physical part of baseball that gets you. I mean, physically you can do the work every day, but mentally is where you get tired, you get stale. When that game starts, you have to be thinking for 3 hours before the play happens. All right, if the ball goes here, what do I do? If the ball goes here, what do I do? If it goes to another guy, where do I go? I'm watching the pitcher, what he's throwing to a hitter that's sort of my style of hitter. How many breaking balls, how many change-ups, when is he throwing it? If I'm a base stealer, what's his time to the plate? How quick is he to the bases? Is he paying attention to the runner at second base? So that when the game is over with, and you've played hard for 3 hours, you should be mentally tired.
My name is Jeff Holm. I'm a first baseman / outfielder for the West Michigan Whitecaps. I went to Michigan State for 4 years. I was drafted in 2011 by the Tigers. Played my first season in Connecticut. Then I played in West Michigan and Lakeland last year before an injury, and returned back here for a full year. I think people think it's a lot more glorious than it really is. I mean, I take a lot of pride in what I do, but whenever you let somebody know, they're always like, "Oh, well, when are you playing the Cubs? When are you playing blah blah blah?" Like, I'm a few steps away from that right now, but that's the goal. People assume that you got a lot more money than most of us do. But it's humbling at the same time, because you realize like you've done what a lot of people haven't and won't be able to ever do, but there's still a long way to go.
My name is Danry Vasquez. I'm from Venezuela. I play left field. I signed in 2010, free agent player. I'm 19 years old right now. I am excited to be here, but I was so excited. I wasn't thinking about being away from my family till I get here in the United States. I start testing, and past the day I've been alone. I've been by myself. I say, okay, I miss my family and stuff, but when we get every day doing the same thing, it doesn't matter how distant I am from my family. I know that they are here for feeling. So one day, if I get in big league, everybody's gonna come here. All my family gonna come here to watch me play.
These kids are always under the gun, and sometimes when they don't even realize it, you got scouts up in the stands right now that are watching them play, and they're grading every move they make. And you try to tell them that we're grading them. There's openings on every club at different positions. Now what you got to do is to make them want you. And you don't worry about the Cabrera's ahead of you or the fielder's at first base and he's signed for X amount of years, because your idea is I put up the number, somebody will want me. And you try to explain that to the guys that the window's open, but it's not open very long. You got to work hard and make the adjustments and get better quickly. Obviously, if you're a number 1, number 2, number 3 pick, you got more time, but it's still the same scenario. After 3 or 4 years, there's still a bunch of other draft picks have come in, and you're dropped in importance-wise on the totem pole, unless you show that you're a prospect, and you do that by your play. The money gets you chances, but ultimately you got to earn the right by the way you play.
I asked other guys because I wasn't sure if I was the only one, but there's some butterflies. We play so many games, and I'm actually excited that I still get feelings like that, where it's not just monotony, and I get excited before every at bat, and when you step into the box, everything's about you and the pitcher. It's like a 2-minute battle, and you get that a few times a game, and hopefully you can come out on top.
And it really ultimately still comes down to the bat. A guy can be You know, above average runner and above average fielder with above average arm, but if he don't hit, he's not going to play in the big leagues. Is our job as a coach at this level or at the next level or the next level is to make sure you work with that guy there and give him every opportunity, you know, to make it to the big leagues. You know, it's easy to say, well, he's 19, he's got a few more years that window's going to be open for him to make the adjustments and get better. But the clock is always ticking.
This is a pretty prestigious league as far as minor leagues go, but I always look at it like, you know, I'm 24, still in low A, so I try to play every game like it could be my last. Guys can go 4 for 4 with 4 home runs, but they can get called into the office after the game, say, hey, we don't have a spot for you anymore. So, you know, that day comes to everybody. You know, I'm just playing as hard as I can for as long as I can.
I just want to keep playing like how I'm playing, play hard. I just want to play hard and don't try to do too much. Just be myself and try to play hard. The day that I don't think about it is the day I will be there. So I don't worry about it. I just live day for day, day to day, and I just try to play every day and try to do my job.
You know, for me personally, I feel like I'm better at teaching. You know, I get more enjoyment out of that. Maybe getting a guy to do some things that he has never, you know, hasn't been able to do before, and give him a chance to move to the next level. And to me, that's where the satisfaction comes in.